Corevist is the industry's leading provider of SAP B2B e-commerce for manufacturers and distributors. The Corevist platform is cloud-based, fast to implement, and modular. Plus, the modules are customizable to your business. Let's take a look.
So in this scenario, we'll look at a catalog website, and this is a parts manufacturer selling mostly to distributors. So in this situation, I'll pretend I'm a parts counter salesperson with a line of people at the door looking for their parts. And so somebody comes up to me and they're looking for a bearing. And so I'll just kind of start with a generic search to try to find what's in there, and there's a whole lot of bearings. This catalog is going to bring up the list of not only a sample of parts, but also various categories which can be used to drill into. And what you see here, there's no pricing. Well, why is there no pricing? Because I haven't signed in yet. Very often our clients don't want to display pricing to any old person on the website. We want to make sure that they log in. In addition, pricing is usually customer and sold to and shipped to specifics. So in this case, I will go ahead and log in, and then I'll return back to the catalog and go back to my search to find some items along with maybe some pricing. So in this case, it's loading because we're bringing it up item by item, and we can drill down into a specific dimension, so on and so forth, various categories. There's also the menu options where you can search through various categories of products and go to those category pages as well. So let's start with this one. I'll go ahead and add this to my shopping cart, and it's been added to my cart. I can also use a filter to search by make, model, machine type. So obviously this would be customized to whatever business we're building a catalog for. And so now I've got an item added to my cart. I'm going to go ahead over and look in my shopping cart. And first thing it's asking me for is what kind of order type do I want to use. In this case, there's kind of two order types that are used. One would just be a standard order, and the other might be a pre-season order, which is like a restocking order that's done, say, at the end of a year. And in this case, my user ID is tied to two different sold to accounts. So for example, perhaps we have two different accounts that we purchased for. So I'll go ahead and just grab one so that I can actually start getting into my shopping cart. Now that I have a sold to and a shipped to, we're able to find out the details of the pricing and the availability of that item. Now in this case, we have two different prices. One is a list price and one is a net price. So this is the price that I, the dealer, would get, but this is kind of what things are marketed at to the end consumer. So in this case, I'm working at a busy counter and the customer is sitting on the other side. He wants to know the price. I don't want to show him my price. I'm going to switch over to the MSRP or list price. And so now that's the only information that's shown here. So I've got one item, and perhaps we can just add in a couple more items to the shopping cart here. Let's add, in the case where I would happen to know exactly what that item is, I'll add that one and maybe another one, A105. Let's see if there's any of that, and I'll update the cart. Looks like there was a problem with one of the items. One of the items maybe isn't valid, so this was not very good. I think I had a typo, so I'll replace that with the letter R and enter. We update the cart again. This time we get a few more details. I can see the warehouse where it's being shipped from, the item total. Now I want to make sure that when this order comes in, that this gets handed to Mr. Franklin. So we're going to add his name here in the notes for that line item. And there's one other part we're going to add. So let's add this one. There were some warnings. I look down and I see this material has a minimum order quantity. So we need to order at least 12 of those in order to get a shipment. Okay, I think I have what I need now. I'm going to go to checkout, and let's see if everything is ready to go. I do need to put in a purchase order, so I'll just call that Corevist. And now I can see that the items are available in different locations, different warehouses, distribution centers. The preferred location is Illinois, but I see we're out of stock there. So I can either choose a different location, but you know what, if I want to save money on shipping, I probably should have them all come from the same location. So Tennessee doesn't have, or Nevada doesn't have them, but Tennessee seems to have them all. So if I choose that column, this item is a direct ship, which means in this particular business is a third-party item. So this is an item that we're going to order on the website, but it's actually going to ship from the manufacturer. So I'm good with that. I'll proceed over to the final page and review our shipping and pricing. I can see there's 2 shipments. One is going to ship from Tennessee, and it's using the default carrier, which is FedEx Ground. The other one, I don't know what that shipment is going to cost because that one's coming from the factory direct. So let me just consider, maybe we need that a little bit faster than FedEx Ground. So I want to go see what my other shipping options are. So here I can choose UPS, and let's see if we can get next day air. So now that's giving me the updated pricing. I can see the cost of the items, but also the shipping cost, the updated total of my order, and I will go ahead and continue out to the final checkout page. But now that I think about it, I want to go back and maybe check on a couple other things. I'm going to go back to the cart, and I forgot, you know, I want to have this shipped directly to the location that's in New York. So I'm going to put in the zip code, and based on that zip code, there's a few different tax jurisdiction codes. So we want the customer to choose. It's actually going to go to Suffern, and we're going to ship this to the farmer named Galvin. And we'll continue on. And I know that there's some other pricing information that I can find if I am back to my dealer net. I want to see, you know, we might want to have a couple more ordered. And I see this little price indicator here that's telling me that there's price scales. So maybe if I order a few more, I can get a bit more of a discount. So I'm going to go back to the catalog item to learn more about this, and I see, aha, so actually if I buy 36 or more, I get to save a little bit. So maybe I will change my quantity back in my shopping cart to the quantity of 36. So we'll switch that to 36, and I think also I might as well just go ahead and pay by credit card so that I can just get this taken care of today, get some mileage points, and I will go ahead and check out. Again, I'm going to confirm the shipping locations. Now that we've bumped the quantity up, I can see that I want 36 and there's 36 available. And I'll go ahead and go through to enter my payment information. And I'll go ahead and place that order. Actually, I think I'm going to just save this order until another day. So I want to save this as one of my favorite carts, and I'm going to call this the order for Mr. Franklin, so that next time he comes back to the store, we can quickly pull it up. And in fact, now there's somebody else coming up in front of me, and I'm going to activate that other shopping cart and review what's in here and possibly finish shopping with this one. So that's a little summary of the various pieces of the shopping cart, in particular the plant selection and the freight determination during the process of checkout. I'm going to go back to the catalog, and we'll call it a day.
No other solution provider can compete with us on cost, implementation times, or ROI. Schedule a personalized demo today